So you wouldn't like it if Lena suddenly got a huge nose piercing? No, I would not. Just like I don't think she would be if I did. It's just a preference. I don't think they look good. I just don't think they look good. Not a fan. Not a fan. If you have, here's the thing. If you have one and you like it, that's what's important. That's the most important thing about tattoos and piercings is that you like it. So don't let my commentary make you, if you have one of those piercings and you enjoy it, then I like that. That's what I like. So yeah, I would never try to say like, oh, you should take out your piercing. No, you like what you got, please, more power to you, and that's fantastic. It's just, unfortunately, a lot of people get that stuff not for themselves. They get it because they think it makes other people like it. And yeah, I'm not trying to yuck anyone's yum, basically. I'm just saying my preference. But you do you. You do you. I've also seen terrible tattoos throughout my life. I kid you not. Speaking of like terrible tattoos, and I will yuck this yum. I will. When I was growing up, people, I remember when somebody told me there's no such thing as a terrible tattoo. And I remember being like, okay, that's fair. And this is from somebody who had a bunch of tattoos. And I was like, that's fair. That's fair. And then as I was growing up, there was this person in the periphery of my social group. And he was a friend of my roommate. And he came over one night and he was like, yeah, I just got this new tattoo and it's hilarious. And I was like, you got a tattoo and it's hilarious? Okay. And I go, so what is it? And he goes, you're not gonna believe it. And he lifts up his shirt and he slightly pulls down his pants just a little bit. And it was a thought bubble. You know, like a thought bubble? Like a thought bubble? And the thought was apparently pointing down towards the center region of his hip area. And inside the thought bubble, hand to God, this man got tattooed on him. The other white meat. He thought it was the funniest thing in the world. And I looked at it. I looked at him. And I said, is it thinking that? Like, it's a thought bubble. Is it thinking that? And he goes, no, again, it's like pork, the other one I mean. I said, yeah, but it's a thought bubble. So is it thinking that of itself? And he just looked at me. And like this uncomfortable amount of time went by, and he just goes, it's funny. I just went, okay. All right. Oh, okay. All right, man. That's cool. Okay. It's funny. It's funny. It's funny. And the craziest part about the whole thing is that was the first tattoo he got. Like he wasn't like covered in tattoos. That was the very first tattoo he got.
Give me some direction. Yeah, I'll see to it.
Just imagine the guy tattooing that on him, like, okay. It's funny. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Whew. You have the orb surface creature. That means that only the most sacred Senate Yili could have given it to you. Is send us word of your intentions. Do you wish to be brought to the most honorable Villinati, he who has saved us? I'm willing to lead you to him, surface beast. Yes. Okay. Thank you for that, Cohh. My pleasure, bud. Yeah, for the record, I barely knew this is not a commentary on the guy. I barely knew him. In fact, I never really got to know him at all, but I just thought that was a funny anecdote. So it seems the surface creature we have heard so much about has finally come to see us. Are these the ones that your mother spoke of? Selinithil? These names, dude. They are most honored Villinati. The most sacred Senatili was most specific in her description. I do not think the description had to be all that specific, as if they would be anyone else. Ugly as they are, their flesh is so soft and scaleless. Oh. My skin may not have scales, but has seen many suns come and go. Boo thinks you could use some sun too. Then you might not smell so much like wet laundry. It's fair. It's fair. But your hideous appearance means little, as does the nonsense about Sekala sending you, as Selendil and her mother seem to believe so strongly. What matters is that Mad Ixoltotokol has sent your surface beings to collect my heart. He is so certain of your success that now is the perfect time to strike. You have a heart, surface human, a heart that you can return to Ixoltotokol and claim its villainities. The guard of the City of Caverns will be down, and we will be able to strike. Do not attack any guards. This will tip off Ixoltotokol to your treachery. Wait for our attack, then launch your own assault on the king and his baron. Okay. Cool. I will come as soon as I can. Once they're dead, I shall take the throne. The madman shall be dead, and the City of Caverns shall be saved with the return of its exiled blood. Yes, yes, whatever. The throne is what's important here. So, surface creature, assuming that you're capable of intelligent thought, do you agree to this plan? Or shall we be forced to engage in simple slaughter? Must it come to a slaughter, Sahwagan? Is it Sahwagan? Am I saying that right? Is that like a W-A sound? Or is it Sahuagin? Sahwagan? Doesn't sound right. Your priestesses speak of your entire people needing your blood. Have you attempted to resolve this with the king peacefully? You have met Ithilfetokal. What do you think, haired one? If, of course, you are capable of coherent thought. No, there can be no peaceful resolution. The king is mad. He does not see reason. And that will be his undoing. The first one is right in D&D Online. It is Sahwagan. Okay. Okay, I'll do this. I mean, the king is crazy. So, I mean, yeah, it's fine. Mm-hmm. Fake rebel's heart. Alright. I don't really think there's a good side here. They both kind of seem not great. One sec, I gotta blow my nose. Time for royal sushi? That sounds like a good plan. Royal Sahwagan.
We are all heroes. You and Boo and I. Hamsters and rangers everywhere. Rejoice!
I still have mold issues? No. No, we pretty much got all that stuff taken care of. Yeah. That we know of, at least. I've got like a bunch of air quality sensors all over my office and upstairs and everything, and none of them report anything. Now, granted, they don't detect mold, but there's no like particles in the air or anything like that. Radon's good, CO2's good. There's not a bunch of dust or dander or any of that stuff. I don't think I ever got to this place. This is actually an optional location. So what you have to do is you have to not take the portal to the Underdark. It's the only way you can get to this area. Which is interesting. Chat, thankfully, led me the right direction here. Alex says, really? I always went here? Then you always took the boat. Yep. Tigran says, I thought you had to go through both. No, apparently if you go directly through the portal, you can skip this area. At least that's what I understand. I never finished BG2. Me either. All this is brand new to me. Here we go. Oh, it is my surface human. Come to see me again. And does it have? Why, yes. I think I smell the ichor of a rebel. I always used to say ichor, but people told me it was ichor. I don't know. You have the heart with you. Yes, 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 yes. I knew this was coming. Yes, I did. My men reported your return, and I asked Sekula if it was done, and he told me that it was. So I sacrificed a few hatchlings and a guard to the Shark Father, and I had the rest of the guards prepare the festival. There will be a feast tonight. Not that we were planning on feasting on you, my favorite little human. No, no, you weren't planning on eating my human, were you, Baron? No, I wasn't planning on it, most honorable Ixilthitokal. Liar. I heard you talking earlier, so be a good Baron and get the reward for my little human here. It has certainly deserved one. Oh, yes. Most exalted one. Alarm, alarm. The rebels, the prince, they have crept into the city of caverns and they are attacking. What? You have betrayed me, my human? This cannot be. I told you the surface beasts cannot be trusted. Oh, shut up, Delocasil. Just kill them. Kill them. I want all their heads on my plate.
I'm waiting.
Don't yell. I can hear you just fine.
Faster than Chick. Take a fast pause.
King's dead.
Hold still.
I'm gonna miss real-time combat in 3. Oh man. Oh my god, what is this? Oh, that's the heart. Nice. Magical rope? Oh, it can be used to descend into the Underdark through the hole with this Hagen guard. Treasure key. Cool.
I'm waiting. I'm there.
So I am now the king of the city of caverns.
Mad Tyrant King is dead, and we are well rid of him. May Sekula gnaw upon his bones for an eternity. We've done our people a great service, human. Greater perhaps than you even know, with Ixilthitokal dead, and the exiles can now return to the city of caverns. For once our people grew weak, now they can become strong again. Is that what we've done? They sound like they're going to take over the world, but there's so few of them. I suppose anyone can dream after all. Their blood will return to mix with the old, and only together can we protect our city from the advances of the Ithalids and the Drow. Ixilthitokal was too mad to see what he was doing. Now the city of caverns is saved. The prophecy is complete, even if not quite the way the pale eel thought it would be, eh? We owe you a debt, human. We are unfamiliar with your kind, but you are welcome amongst us, and you did more than was asked bearing the brunt of the battle. For that I give you the first spoils of war. Take the treasury key from Ixilthitokal's corpse, use it to enter the city's treasury, and take what you will. I'm feeling generous today. To enter the Underdark, you need the magical rope from the king's corpse. Use it to go down the pit behind my former throne. Nice guy! Senpai Moore, I think you asked a great question, but I almost feel like I shouldn't answer it out of principle with the way that you typed it.
If it must be done.
Why you spend the time to do that? Okay. That's a little weird. Scroll seems to be a collection of stories about great wars of the Sahuagin. They mention planned offensives against land dwellers along the Sword Coast, as well as tales of past offensives. Sahuagin appear to be a particularly warlike race, constantly planning full-fledged invasions of the shores, but rarely following through due to incessant fighting. Events that you have seen in particular settlement would not bear that out. An interesting insight into Sahuagin culture. What is this? That totally looks like the freaking glove from that Star Wars movie. Oh, look at this. Mace +2. Flaming longsword. Spear +3. That's kind of cool. Interesting. I'm going to sell it. What is this? This is a trident? Two-handed spear. +10 piercing damage? That's actually pretty good. Too bad I don't have a spear user.
Give me some direction. It's
All right.
probably best left to me.
He said behind his former throne, so do we have to go back down here? Yes. Oh, wait, we got to go up here first. Boop. Oh, pickpocket the prince, chat's saying. Where you going? Bro, where you going? Hey! Hey! God, he's quick.
Jon Jonsson at your service. Yes, yes, a standard tactic that. I've nicked a bit from our friend here.
Silver necklace? I think that was it.
I've nicked a bit from our friend here.
Oh. That's for a special item, isn't it? Is Kenshi a game you would replay? Yeah, one day for sure. So, anything else or just those two? Just that. Cool. I don't really have a halberd user,
I
but
hope
whatever.
this is worth it.
Here. Oh wait, no. Okay, I was kidding about what that guy said. Would he? I want to actually answer that question. I think he asked, do you think it would be hard to put in real-time combat in Baldur's Gate 3? And the answer is, I absolutely 100% do. Yes, not only do real-time combat and turn-based systems fundamentally have different stats associated with them. When you're talking about turn-based, it's per turn. When you're talking about real-time with pause, you're talking about time. So at that point, you have to establish exactly like how many seconds is a turn, like how are things that take less time work, how does AP translate into time, what happens if they don't perfectly line up. Like there's all sorts of very complex mechanics that don't always work in both, and may not work for different reasons. Like for instance, the 6 second per turn thing in Baldur's Gate is cool, but then you walk into super annoying situations, like walking in front of a trap with Jan, but because you walked up at second 1 in a 6 second turn, you have to stand there for 5 seconds before he actually detects the trap right in front of his face. So, oh, thank you so much, baby. I appreciate it. So even though there are, like even Baldur's Gate doesn't do things properly with the way that it does real time with pause, based on decisions they had to make for game design. And the second issue, that's the first one. That's game mechanics wise. The second issue is the fact that all of Larian's games are turn-based, which means its engine is based around turn-based, which would mean for Baldur's Gate 3 to become real-time with pause, they would essentially have to like change the way their engine works instead of focusing on making the content. Which I'm guessing one of the reasons they agreed to Baldur's Gate 3 is because they already had the engine and everything, so they could just focus on the content. So, yeah, I don't think we'll ever see real-time with pause in Baldur's Gate 3 unless Larian decides they want to devote like a long time to making it happen. So, yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 deserved a new engine. It did get a new engine. It's using the Larian engine, which is way updated. Here's the thing though, like even though I'm somebody who prefers real-time with pause, I am totally down especially after playing Baldur's Gate 3, I am totally down for Larian's vision of turn-based. It works well. It means one nice thing about turn-based, at least for me, is I tend to use more of the game mechanics because I get to think about every single action. In real time with pause, as you can see now, we walk into a fight, everything just takes over, and especially at this point of the game, the fight's over in about 30 seconds, if even, because everyone's just doing their thing. I may cast a spell or two. It's faster, but we're definitely not doing all the game mechanics. In Baldur's Gate 3, you can push people off ledges, you can pick them up and throw them, there's a plethora of spells you can do better positioning stuff. Like, turn-based becomes so much more tactical. Now, granted, you could do that in real time with pause, but it's not quite the same. Turn-based really leans into the tactical gameplay. For real time with pause, you kind of have to force it a bit. You know what I mean? So yeah, as somebody who has played Baldur's Gate 3 for, 10 plus hours, I think it works great. I am super okay seeing Larian's perspective on Baldur Gate 3 through turn-based. Yeah.
Things go well on the surface. The temple of their false god has been defiled.
I am pleased. My revenge will soon come.
We did not act for your benefit, Irenicus, though you did offer some interesting opportunities.
Yes, Matron Mother. Excuse my careless words.
Our first prisoners arrive, Matron Mother.
These two rank high among the surface scum, Matron. What is to be their fate?
Their presence sickens me. Kill them.
Perhaps it would be better to interrogate them first.
Journalist, what are you doing with these monsters? You are on a...
An odd way to question, Irenicus. Did you not like his tone?
I reconsidered, Matron. Your command was the wiser.
The great depths of the Underdark stretch before you, and as you adjust to the dim light, the reality of where you are begins to sink in. It is a realm of countless legends, where evil lurks behind each shadow. And though you have traveled far in pursuit of Irenicus, never have you felt so isolated. As black as your situation may have seemed, it somehow grows darker still.
Also, these pancakes are delicious. Okay.
This is the Underdark. Oh, I do not want to be here. I don't. This place is death for my people. I feel as if I'm going to suffocate here.
Yeah, hey, Gisp, I'm not gonna lie. I totally thought that was just a big block of spam. Sorry. Come on, Ari, you said you'd be willing to take this route if we came. I know I said that, but it's so different to actually be here. I can feel the weight of the ground above pressing down. I'm meant to fly, and I feel as if I'm drowning. I need you to be strong, Ari. We're on a mission here. Yes. Okay. Don't worry, Ari. I'm here to protect my witch, Boo, too, though I think he would leap to protect anyone in distress. It's his heroic nature, you know. Thank you, Minx. I feel much better now. It's just the thought of being here. Let's just get moving and I'll stop thinking about it so much.
It's done.
Ooh. Cue the Ari is a whiner crowd in chat. Ari's a whiner. Yeah. I'm part of that crowd. Hey, guys. Goddenorindo Saman. Oracle Alexander Tutulinson Turdulo Tost. I'm sorry, but I can't understand the tongue you speak. Goldu Taljarge. Boo bristles at his words. I don't know the language, but he is insulting us for certain. Ha ha ha, ahem. You must excuse my fellows. It is not often we encounter surface dwellers down here. Yes, very seldom. They do not live long. Well, unfortunate things can happen in the depths, but we do not partake in such events. I am Carlig, a trader of sorts. I am Cohh. I am looking for a couple other surfacers, as you say. I haven't seen many strangers around here, and I talked to everyone, well, almost. Those two creepy ones were back, Carlig. You remember the Neckbiter and the Mage. Oh. I'm worried about Larian's companions. I didn't like any of them in Baldur's Gate 3. It was an entire party of Ari. Really? I didn't get that feel. I liked them. I thought they were pretty good. Yeah. Ari's on a whole different level of whiny. I don't know, man. Holy Sapphire says they can't do companions very well. You don't think Larian does companions very well? Really? I've always enjoyed them. Huh. Okay. A lot of them felt edgy for the sake of being edgy. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, it's valid, guys. That's valid. I mean, that's cool. I thought they've all been pretty good. But yeah, it's understandable. That's cool. Oh yes, the two. Bad news, I would wager. I've seen them near the Drow City. Must be up to dirty dealings. The old Moro Dark Elves don't usually let strangers live. Those are the two I'm looking for, Bodhi and Irenicus. I have to go after them. Well, then I wish you luck. You won't be able to simply walk into the Drow City. That place will come down on your heads harder than Ilarg Tunnel Unshored. It's their choice to make, Finderlig. No need to worry them anymore. Ask about before you go assaulting that place. Might be a better way. In any case, I've wares to sell if you're interested. Sure. Freedom. I feel like this might be good. Less invisibility. Oh. Okay. These seem all right.
Yes?
Let's give him to Airy. A little more pickpocket, a little more find traps, a little more hiding shadows.
I'll help however I can.
Wow. Hey, look at that. We got it. Yay. Did she already have freedom? Yes, she did.
Yes?
We haven't used Airy's servant yet. We'll give her a what's Wondrous Recall? I'll give her a heal for now. Oh, that's a 7 rank. Interesting. Okay. Oh, do I need to cast this first?